What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 71 of my Total Warhammer 3 Ikit Claw Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, Corporal's incessant bullying of the Ironbrow's expedition has led him all the way to Carrickzorn, their capital. He is sieging it and will probably be taking it out this episode. I do believe we shouldn't have too much trouble with the denizens of this territory. In addition to that, once these guys are done for, that's, while not the very last of the strength of the Ironbrow's expedition, I do imagine that they don't have too much left. The balance of power between us and them is probably very badly skewed in our favor. There we go, just like Karazakarak, in fact. So yeah, I do imagine Thoric is still out there to kill, but we'll probably catch him as we move north through their mountain holds, and then take the rest, and then we'll probably set Corporal to killing the Court of Libaras at the same time. I mean, why wouldn't we, right? A little bit odd that these guys didn't attack anybody nearby them, even though they are at war with everybody other than us, but it's okay. Corporal had fun. Anyway, in addition to that, we also had a battle with Queek Headtaker taking on the Crooked Moon non-mutinous Skits, the regular Crooked Moon, although it was an army in march stance and thus wasn't really any kind of threat to Queek. His chieftains did take a little bit of damage getting surrounded by trolls. Next up, Oblug Face Smasher, and then moving down to try to fight Skarsnik. Fun stuff. Then we left off here last episode. Technically, we can still attack with Corporal as well as Queek, but we should probably kill all of this stuff, more or less just to separate those guys a little bit. I mean, I guess we could do a little bit of admin in the meantime. The Muta needs to go north to see off the Dwarf Tide here. He may even be able to meet with Ikit at some point, as they'll both be approaching these guys at the same time. I'd like for those two to work together a little bit. And, ooh, hello, free growth, yes. Alrighty, and oh, might as well upgrade you guys as well. I guess we could do a little bit of building, but you know what, let's do a battle first, and then we'll do the building after. Just to spread out, because I do imagine we'll have more than one battle this episode. Now, in terms of who attacks, it's gotta be Morphific, I think, because he has the most artillery pieces. He does have Ancient Cunning as well, which is pretty good. And I'm just looking at whether we want to maybe get Blastmaster and then Rally and then Warp Smart. Yes. Alright, well, easy decision. You're going to attack. I guess we'll move up Obside the Experimenter as well. Let's say, I don't know, here, doesn't really matter where you go. Obside, move there, please, and I guess we will give you skill points as well. You are also needing to go into Blastmaster, I think, because Obside is going to be our Poison Wind Master, so Blastmaster for you. He does lack Ancient Cunning right now, which we do need to get, but for now, I guess he can have Rally. Alrighty, and then his Warlock Engineer, I believe, is missing... Oh, Ballistics Instructor, very nice. And Doom Rocket, I guess, as well. Lovely. Okie dokie, and then lastly, we got Plague Rolk, who is, I don't know, there's something wrong with Plague Rolk, because he keeps taking all this damage via auto-resolve. Maybe something's wrong with his little power armor, exoskeleton, maybe something's wrong with his Doom Wheel, something ain't right. Or maybe he's been sniffing too much of that warpstone himself, and not feeding enough of it into his devices. I'm just saying, it's a distinct possibility. Anyway, let's get you... I guess Bonded Service. We never ever regularly loot settlements. We sack them, we raise them, we occupy them, we never loot them, so... yeah. Bonded Service, Draftmaster, and then let's start moving through Quartermaster. It's about time. I mean, he has Warp Smart, and while some of that stuff will change, I think it's good as it is. Alrighty, you, move up as well. Let's say here. I want to be in range of this guy. Now what we want to try to do here is to actually force this guy to run away. Because it'll probably force him far enough away to the Pillars of Grugny, in which case we'd be able to kill two armies at the same time. So, Morphific, here you go. And the enemy's going to run away, which means the ambush certainly failed. I don't think they can run if it's an ambush, can they? You can't retreat from an ambush. If you could, no one would ever get ambushed. Alrighty, you guys move up, please. Like so, and like so. Oh, I didn't give the chieftain his point. Alright, fine. Fine, chieftain, you're gonna have your point. in a second. Oh, are you telling me that you're not close enough now? Yeah, you're not close enough now, damn. Alright, how about like... Ah, come on, you can't move? There you go. Now are you close enough? Yes, indeed you are. I actually don't think we need all three armies, but, well, while we're here. Scarred Veteran for you and Fervor, I guess. Lovely. And let's try that again. You can turn off channeling as well. Alright, and will this be an ambush? It will indeed, which is not the worst thing in the world, I guess. I would have preferred to have fought both armies at the same time, but we'll just do it this way. Let's see. No artillery here shouldn't be all that concerning, although Morphific's army might still be in danger from this, so let's find out with the cinematic. Alrighty, here we go again, yet another ambush, though I think Morphific will be facing this one alone. Granted, we do have reinforcements coming in, but considering they're 1 and nearly 2 minutes away, I feel like the battle will be over long before the actual units arrive, and certainly long before they get to this portion of the battlefield. Now, in terms of the setup, Morphific is out there alone, close to the head of the enemy's column, mostly to cast his brass orb on top of the 2 units of black orcs here. Similarly, the Warplog Jezzails are standing far enough away where they can't get attacked, but will also be targeting those black orcs as they're the main threat on the field. We've got Warp Lightning Cannons here, where hopefully the Jezzails can protect them if the enemy does decide to go for them, and also if they do decide to go for them, a unit of Warp Grinders hidden in the forest to cause an earthquake, or not a warpquake, but rather use the seismic net to stop the enemy while the Warp Lightning Cannons get away. Our units of Plague Claws are set up on top of the hill here, where they will be firing down perpendicular to the enemy column, and protected by our single unit of half HP Clan Vulcan Tail Thrashers, just in case one of the enemy cavalry gets down there, although that feels like it might not be enough now that I'm thinking about it. That said, hopefully this will work, as we've deployed all of our Death Globes and Poison Wind Globadiers back here behind the column. It has certainly worked in the past, and I'm hoping it works here again to take out all of the, or at least most of the enemy cavalry, and then not allow them to go up there where they have to essentially contend with the Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers. Just in case this all goes south, we have 2 units of Clan Rat Spears protecting us, as well as the Doom Flayers in a line, as the enemy cavalry will have a difficult time charging through the Doom Flayers, even if they can charge through the Clan Rat Spears just fine. And lastly, this unit of Warp Grinders here to essentially block or stop all of these guys if they decide to get through in a big enough blob. And I do believe that's about it in terms of setup. 1 second. There we go, perfect time to move the cat while everything was on pause. And here we go. Let's begin that Death Globe and Poison Wind globing. These guys are going to take quite a lot of damage, especially I think those Squig units. A single volley basically taking out both units of Night Goblin Squig Herders. And there is a third one which is still a little bit alive and might actually slightly damage our Warp Grinders, who have very low HP and are also probably going to take at least some splash damage from our own Poison Winds and Death Globes. Looks like the enemy Orc Boar Boys are actually trying to get around our formation here, but we're going to move and try to target them specifically. There we go. Alright, those Boar Boys are not having a good day. Can't quite tell what is happening to them because of the effect of the Poison Wind, but I don't imagine it's very good. We did then pop our Warpquake, every time. Warpquake, as well as our Seismic Snare, to stop the rest of the enemy units here, because our Warp Grinders were just about to break there and we couldn't have them not be able to use it. Otherwise, it looks like within that 30 seconds, all of the enemy cavalry are pretty much much dead and will no longer be of any kind of threat. The Jezzails in the meantime have been taking that 30 seconds to take care of the enemy Black Orcs, which are in very bad shape as well, especially after getting hit with that brass orb by Morphific. The artillery are targeting the same Black Orcs as well as the other infantry units, while our Plague Claws, which are also artillery, but not the Warp Lightnings, but the Plague Claws are targeting the blob of enemy archers here, which seems to want to go after Morphific. But honestly, if they're gonna blob up like this while targeting him with range, only to get ripped apart by our catapults, I don't think we can complain about that. And there we go. Plus Morphific can take a little bit of damage, I'm sure. And these guys have hardly a lot of armor piercing on them either. Alrighty, let's see that balance of power now, about 80% in our favor. Both of the Black Orcs units are pretty much dead, though the enemy did peel away one unit of Orc Biggins, who apparently go past Morphific and are going to try to charge our Warp Lightning cannons. A little bit unfortunate, we're going to try to retarget these units with our Jezzails, and Morphific is moving on the way to try to intercept them. Hopefully, however, the rest of the enemy army will break shortly, as they don't have much in the way of balance of power remaining, about 90 to 95% in our favor, and I think really only the ranged units are still in the fight. Everybody else is either trying to run away or already basically gone. Alrighty, and our Doom Flayers have arrived to help out with this. Oh, well, so while we have them, I wanted to check. So the Blade Swirl does once again the Sundered Armor, and these guys hit for 108 weapon strength, eh? I do wonder how much more effective that would make them in terms of killing. Not that they need to be much more effective in this particular battle, as it looks like that was the last of those units. The Biggins that charged the enemy, or the enemy, well, to them the enemy, that charged the Warp Lightning cannons are done for. We did move in our Warp Grinders as well to help out a little bit with extra damage, but it's not super necessary either. Also, I believe that this army will be destroyed, so we don't technically have to chase any of them down. Let's get a few more volleys with our Jezzails and moving our Doom Flayers through, but we'll end the battle in a couple of seconds. One more Brass Orb, just because we can. And I know that we've tested this, I know that these guys will die, and despite escaping the ambush, because the army already moved away. But I always get nervous about it and still want to kill at least a few more extra units. Alright, but I do believe that's enough. Let's speed it up. Well done to Morphific and Co, or maybe not so much Co, because Co did not actually arrive onto the field. They were there, but they were never going to get it there, well, to the actual battle in time, even if they were on the battlefield. Decisive victory for us here, and that's one less Crooked Moon army to deal with in the vicinity. I believe we have two, at least, more to take care of near here, and then we won't have to worry about it so much, and we'll just be able to send one or maybe two armies northward towards Mount Gunbad and stuff. Alrighty, not too bad. Relatively few losses. Of course, we got a little bit of damage on our Warp Grinders, but, well, something had to hold the enemy cav back, so that was the Warp Grinders' job. Let's eat those captives up. And the army should be destroyed because they already ran once. I don't know why this little army backed up, but sure. Now, so there was no garrison there, was there? So wait, if I think we can take this, and then this army wouldn't actually interfere. Huh. Oh wait, one second. Can either of you reach this? Either one of you can reach this, in fact. So what we'll want to do is put you here, just out of curiosity. And yeah, we can occupy it. We're gonna occupy it at tier 1 though. Yeah, it's a minor settlement, just loot and occupy at tier 1. We haven't a crazy amount of food, and there we go, Karazakarag destroyed. We can attack you now, but we might as well move Plague Rogue up as well. A little bit closer at the very least. I wonder if this will be auto-resolvable. It's one stack, and I doubt it oh, you're kidding me, you can't move behind here? You're in the way? What if we move you here? Okay, we can move you here at least. Alrighty, how about this? It looks like everybody can attack this. This army is also quite damaged. I really don't see the need to fight this if this is all that's here. And let's see, oh, and it's another ambush. If we take a look at the auto-resolve with 3 armies... Okay, let's see, Plague Rogue. 3,552 health currently. I want to test this again. Auto-resolve. We lost ourselves 300 troops. Plague Rogue's down. Well, he didn't lose all of his HP, but it does look like he lost a good 1,500 HP, whereas Obside lost nothing, and Morphific lost nothing. I don't understand. Morphific is a lower level lord with the... and he should be into the battle first. And on top of that, he's also on a Doom Wheel just like Plague Rogue is. Why? Why? I just want to know why. I don't even care if the game keeps doing it. I just want to know why it's doing it. It's so weird. Alright, well, regardless. Let's eat those captives. We didn't need to fight those guys, not with 3 armies. And hey, another Forbidden Rod. I love me some Forbidden Rods. You guys know that well enough. Let's see. Assassin, you can't move, right? No, you cannot. Alright, Morphific. You cannot reach this. Can you go into ambush here? You can. Move out and into ambush. Can either of you still move? You can move, but you can't go into ambush, so let's just go into channeling stance. There's a small chance that one of these guys might do something.
No chance.
It's fairly unlikely, but you never know. Hey, we got another 3 warp fuel. We're still fairly far away from building another Doom Rocket. We still got 2 more turns, so I think we can keep upgrading our Doom Flayers. Now we do have deployable Skryre blades for the leadership increase. We have stock for characters on Doom Flayer Mounts, which frankly isn't that great of an upgrade. Overload for characters on Doom Flayers. And general upgrade, melee attack plus 10, that's not bad. A Vanguard deployment for all Doomflayer units. I do like that. Ooh, and the speed increase is frankly pretty necessary. Warpstone detonation for characters on Doomflayer mounts. Man, lots of upgrades for characters on Doomflayers. Huh. Well, for now, I think we're gonna go aerodynamics. An Iron Ball of Death is more effective the less it is dragged down by resistance, be that by wind, blood, flesh, or bone. That's true. They speak the truth. Yeah. Man, the Vanguard deployment are just a straight-up melee attack. I feel like it's the speed that's more important to this than the Vanguard deployment. Especially because, I mean, I'd prefer Vanguard deployment on Doom Wheels than I would on Doom Flayers, to be perfectly honest. Ooh, +8 bonus versus infantry. And +50, that's also fairly significant. You know what, let's get Doom Diagnostics and Obsidian Alloy first then. Let's do that. I mean, we're gonna get everything in this tree anyway. Also, we need 1, 2, 3, 4 more. So that's probably these ones. I'm probably gonna ignore decomposing decoys because I don't care about stock for Doomflayer characters all that much. And I probably don't care about deployable Skewer Blades all that much either. So we can probably ignore these 2 and then get the rest. Although obviously we'll probably build a nuke once it's ready. We also have upgrades for the nukes as well. A retractable fist blade, another enables poison attacks and +7 melee attack. Swell. Absolutely swell. Okay, well, I was thinking about switching some of their troops around, but we'll wait until mutant number 2 gets here and ferries all this stuff over so we can swap units out. In the meantime, let's see what else we gotta do. Let's do some building, I guess. We're not in need of any extra recruiting because Boyle-Wren is already recruiting what he needs to. He could use global recruitment if he wants to, but considering we're in Skaven Blight, we probably don't need to pay any of the extra cash to do that. Does anybody anywhere else need to recruit? Well, let me just check here. I don't think so, but I've been wrong before. So you guys are fine. Ooh, before I forget, we should also move Charge Lock up, let's say, to here. Or even past Skaven Blight. I can't really go much past Skaven Blight anyway. You can go like that, that's a little bit closer. You know what, let's try it like that. We'll see if we can jump directly over. I'll probably get attacked by all these armies at the same time, but, well, reasonably confident in his abilities, and maybe they'll get hurt by all of these nearby allied armies. On the other hand, maybe they won't, but we will find out. You know what, while we're moving stuff, let's move a few more things around. Engine Bolt, you don't need to move. Mechanic Gear, you aren't ready to join an army yet. Who's up next? Queek, you're gonna fight shortly, man, don't worry about it. And that's everybody other than Garth, who is currently in a siege of Castle Artois. And we'll be going for it in a second as well. He also has Warp Smart and Stand or Die. I guess the only question is whether he will be continuing to use the type of army that he's currently using, which may not be the case. We're gonna keep him around. Yeah, he's a pretty decent lord. But he may not be a Plague Monk lord. We just built this because it was the quickest thing available. You know what, I'll have to give that one some thought. Let's build some buildings. Axebite Pass ignored, reverse Koy. Kislev, yes, definitely an upgrade for you. Yeah, alright. Winter's Teeth Pass ignored, Western Jungles. Are you able to start collecting income now? A little bit. Yeah, fine. Talaqua, upgrade, grow, wall. Good. Barrows, oh, this is the Massive Orcal. You are going to, I guess if nothing else, get the Taskmaster's platform for now. You're gonna need that little bit of extra growth and the public order. Guess these guys aren't happy here. It's a single settlement also, so it needs all the extra growth it can get. Pillars of Grugmy, you might as well get the immediate upgrades. Ostland and Norden, you can get your walls up and running, though I doubt that anything's going to attack us from this direction. I sincerely doubt it. I doubt it, but at the same time, I hope. Then I guess you're gonna get a wall as well, Altar of the Crimson Harvest. Yeah, you're not really generating a lot of money right now, but hopefully later on. I mean, to be fair, there isn't a lot of money buildings here. And it is a yellow territory, but we knew that going in. Let's get you walls as well, Fort Jakova. We will be in war with the Wargrove of Woe eventually, and there's probably a ton of Azag works out there as well. So we have to keep that in mind and react to them when we see them. Shifting Sands, Antok, let's upgrade you to the next level. Southern Badlands, Salt, and Scrap. Carcassonne. Ooh, we can upgrade Carcassonne to tier 5, but do we want to? On the one hand, Ikit is here, but he'll still be here next turn, and this is a pretty darn expensive upgrade. You know, let's wait on it a little bit. If there's other stuff that we can do, maybe it would be better. And we also will need to delete this Overseer's Lookout eventually, won't we? But that'll be later on as well. Kappelberg, get an upgrade, please. You are going into expansionist planning as well. Riverlinsk. We can ignore that. Continue ignoring it, that is. And Warpforge, yes. Always the Warpforge. Especially at Nuln, which is one of our military territories. Warpforge as well. It's a Warpforge kind of day. Altdorf, tier 5, nice. Nestport is available, and you no longer need the expansionist planning now, do you? You can switch to exploitative. Well, isn't that lovely? 4.8k, ugh. That's a little bit on the too steep side, but we can get a construction cavern here, and I guess we'll build a Temple of the Horned Rat. We'll have to wait for those walls, and I believe that's pretty much it. Now, that isn't all the money that we're going to get this turn, because we should still be able to get at least a little bit via killing stuff, namely Queek and Corporal. Corporal and Queek. Who wants to go first? Oh, wait. There is also Garth. You know what? Let's do this one first. This is gonna be a non-cinematic regular style battle. I would auto-resolve this. I really would like to / prefer to auto-resolve this, but clearly the game doesn't want us to, saying valiant defeat, despite the fact that this is a siege and we have 7 artillery pieces. It seems like the auto-resolve really should take into consideration the fact that you have a bunch of auto-resolve, or a bunch of a bunch of artillery when you're in a siege and the enemy has absolutely no answer to it. Like, you know it's not going to go well for the enemy. I wonder if the auto-resolve is weighted the same in sieges and field battles. Yeah, I know it's weighted extra considering the walls and stuff, but I mean army to army. I wonder if units are weighted differently in sieges. Like, are ranged units worth more, or are they worth less, etc, etc, etc. Or like units with a straight line of fire, like handgunners, when they're assaulting walls. Pretty useless. I do wonder. So let's see, we got 2 towers here. We could set up a massive number of artillery pieces and knock them down. Like so. Yeah, why not? And then you guys can all hide in here. And you can be out here, probably gonna get hit by those towers. And then lastly, we'll put the Beastmen chariots right in there. There you go. Alright, you can be group 4, you can be group 2, you can be group 3. And away we go. Wait. We'll want you 4, let's say, to target this tower. Start battle. And start battle, or start firing. You move forward, and let's speed this up while the bombardment happens. I mean, I guess we don't need to see the towers really just get ripped apart by artillery pieces. Especially considering these... Hey, okay, we don't need that either, though. Alright, towers are done. Now, we need to move forward. Alright, slow back down. Move forward in such a way that you guys can actually get some nice shots on the enemy. I'd like you all to occupy different locations, essentially. So that you have slightly different angles. Like so, good enough. And speed up and see if you can hit anything. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to smash through those walls. I miss that Stone Shatter ability that the Forces of Chaos have to instantly knock a wall down. Kind of obnoxious, but real nice to have. Huh. So you're not firing at anything. This looks to be... Why aren't you firing on this? Like, this is in range, right? Like, if we auto tell you to attack... Yeah, if we tell you manually, not auto, to attack, you will attack. Oh, that's so stupid. Alright, what about if we tell all of you to stop firing, and then auto fire with Fire at Will? Will you then start? No, they're going to do nothing. Ah, game. Why do you do this to me? What did I do to deserve this? Game, you always hurt the ones you love. Or the ones that love you. Damn it! Okay, well, let's... Okay, look, you are actually firing. Fire on this, and you know what? Start breaking through that wall, then. Alright, speed it up to max. Let's wait until one of the catapults looks like they start moving, and then we'll retarget it. And we'll make a few breaches through the walls. You, target back here. You still moving? Alright, target that. You, target this. Why are you moving? Okay, fine, target that. Alright, and speed it up again. Ah, somebody's moving. Stop that. Fire on this. And how's that gate looking? Or that's not a gate, that's a wall. And knock down this wall as well. And speed it up. And this is why I was thinking that I wanted to auto-resolve this, because, I mean, there's no reason not to take advantage of the fact that we have a lot more artillery than the enemy does. And yet the game seems to expect us to do so. And hey, somebody's actually firing back at you, that's rude. Oh, it was probably the tower. And you fire at, well, probably not the trolls. Alright, move forward. And keep firing. More breaches in the gates, more attacks for these guys. Should have let us auto-resolve, game. Alright, do we need any more breaches in the walls? I think one might be sufficient. Maybe we want to break through in 2 locations at once? Not entirely sure. But we don't have Warp Bomb here, would have been really helpful. Just to summon a unit of clan rats on the inside of the enemy settlement and just Warp Bomb them all. And, oh, hello. Alright, fine. Let's do this. Clan rats. And then... up here, kill those Orc boys. You can go up there, right? Yeah, you can. Are they gonna get off the wall? I guess it doesn't matter whether they get off the wall or not, because they are running. Alright. Now I think it's time to move up our Plague Monks. We gonna move in. The rest of ya, try to find some targets. Or maybe just keep moving up. Like so, and like so. If you get closer, you'll be able to get shots off on other units. Lovely. And Plague Monks are moving in. Let's speed it up once again. The enemies are just moving deeper into the settlement at this point. Everybody target this. Maybe a couple you tried different enemies. Like that. Oh, there's a nice blob out there. See, that wasn't this auto-resolvable game. You should have known that this is exactly what we'd be doing. Where are those plague monks? They're moving. Okay, you know what? You need to be careful because those trolls are still a threat to you. You know what we could also do? Let's have you guys break through the gate now. And annoy the enemy, if nothing else. You too. Target. And this tower's coming back up shortly, most likely. Get a few shots on there. And ooh, hello. The trolls have come out to play. Plague monks, attack. Can't have Garth deal with them all by himself. Just gotta be careful about our own units targeting us here. Just make sure that they are all actually targeting something of the enemies. As in not the trolls. And there we go. And then speed it back up. I guess we could have watched the trolls get swarmed by the plague monks. Once again, I'm just concerned of plague monks getting ripped apart by plague claws here. And you should be moving, buddy. Attack those trolls. And then ring the bell when you kill every time you kill a troll, ring your bell. Hey, they're firing arrows at us now. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Alright, plague monks, time to get into the settlement. And let's summon a unit of rats on top of the enemy there. Looks like these trolls are done for. Time to head into the enemy city. How are the artillery pieces looking? Actually, a lot of them are starting to run out of ammunition. Which is fine. You guys knock out... You know what? No, knock out this tower. The rest of you keep doing what you're doing. In fact, all four of you. Kill this unit of work, boys. Alright. And the trolls will need to be fought. Don't let them hit you in the flanks. Move out. And move in. In and out, that's what plague monking is all about. Where are you going? Are you gonna try to climb? Don't climb. No climbing. No climbing for plague monk. You wanna cast some spells? Let's do this. Alrighty, and you know what? Let's get a Death Frenzy going. Probably not gonna do anything crazy, but it'll help kill these trolls a little bit faster. There we go. And I guess we can just watch these plague monks within their Death Frenzy attack some trolls. Just gotta make sure we cast again when it's available. Also, you can ring your bell now. There you go. Get a little bit of that vigor back up and running. Not that I imagine that the plague monks are tired at this point, but nonetheless. And how are we doing? No, one of the artillery is out of ammunition. That tower is still very much in good health. Alright, plague monks charge. And, oh, those are black orcs. Okay, ooh, we're gonna need to target those. Okay, you guys break through that barricade. The trolls will come back, I'm sure, but what we will need to do is hurt these guys as badly as we can. Or as bad as we can, rather. And there we go. Computer may not like that, but our forces certainly do as those black orcs get ripped apart by warp lightning. And any more range units on the enemy field? Oh, well, what is this? I guess through that gate? Yes, indeed you are. Plague monks, the clan rats are being summoned, but here come the chariots to charge into those orc biggins to help those guys out. Lovely. And, alright, you guys look like you're doing good. Let's move more units in. You're having a little bit of a tough time fighting those orc boys. Let's move you out and move the healthier units in. And how are our artillery pieces? Or the ones that have ammunition at the very least. All of you target those orc boys. Alright, very nice. And let's get a warp lightning going right there as well. And maybe we'll get another death frenzy. Like that. There's no need. Chain route is here. Alrighty. Very much auto-resolvable game. Very much auto-resolvable. But oh well. Let us end the battle now. Oh, I could have used this healing potion, couldn't I? Did he have a healing potion / scalm? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter. 73 losses, mostly the artillery responsible for the destruction of the enemy, which is what we expected. Not to worry though, we'll get another cinematic with either Queek or Corpable. Maybe I want to save Corpable for next time, because I think it'll be a tougher fight. And this would be a longer battle, most likely. Alright, come on now. Loading screen, please. Thank you. Got 9 food, so we are up to 93%. We'll probably get another 10 to 20 from Queek's fight, but we're not going to be maxed out. We are going to sack this place. It is a nice 8k, and we can build more buildings with it. And hey, we've got a free artifact hunter. Now, you can move back and retake it, so I guess the question is going to be, do we take it to tier 3? This will put us to like 88 or something, won't it? Yeah. But it is a capital, and it does have wood. Might be worthwhile. Alright, Garth. Occupy to tier 3. No higher than that, though. And we are at 87 now. That was a reasonably decent prediction. Got ourselves a clan barracks, which we don't need. Let's get that wall up and running and get that growth, and then we'll replace the barracks with wood right after. Gogrut. Will you siege Castle Artois? What might happen is this guy jumps in, and then these two siege. Not that I think it'll make too much of a difference. We just gotta make sure we take these guys out before they build like 50 Arachnaroks. Because then this army wouldn't be able to fight them because it has no Jezzails. We could waste 2 turns and recruit Jezzails via global recruitment, if we really wanted to. But I feel like I'd rather not waste 2 turns. Maybe once we take Lyonesse or something like that, we'll see. Well, by then we'll probably have to retool the army completely. Also, in addition to that, you have Warp Smart and Stand or Die. You get no benefit out of higher levels or out of mutagenic elixirs as yet. What you could get a benefit from is either the dreaded 13th, which could very well be useful in certain fights, or we could start moving towards Quartermaster on you as well. No, let's do half. Well, you know what, let's just go Evasion, and then 1 point in Dreaded 13th, and then we'll go Bonded Service and Draft Master, and then any other levels you get will go into Quartermaster, and probably Renowned and Feared as well. And there we go. Gotta reduce the upkeep of all these armies, after all. Now, let's see what else we have to do. Well, we got a little bit of cash back. Do we have enough to upgrade Carcassonne? We could upgrade the walls here. We could upgrade Carcassonne, yes. Just do it. And just do it. And I believe the only buildings left that need to be upgraded right now are going to be the Reichland walls.
Need more trophies, yes.
Which works.
You're bubonic.
Alrighty, Queeky. It's your turn to get another battle. Let's just give your minion fleet-footed. And here we go again. Keep taking these guys out. Oh, another stack. I want... Ooh, and another ambush. Ouch. Well done, Queek. Queek's been... he's been pretty good at getting these ambushes going. Surprisingly, he doesn't have nearly as much ambush buffs as some other lords do, and yet he continues to succeed. Well done, buddy. Here we go.
Agreed, yes.
Wait, did Queek say something? I thought I heard him say something. Do we get the speeches or do we not? I don't know. Well, anyway, here comes another ambush, and this time we are not deployed up above on the hill, but rather directly sort of, well, not directly in front of the enemy army, sort of close enough to them. We can actually move forward if we really want to here, because there are no armies that threaten Queek, so losses wouldn't be nearly as concerning as they would be before. But either way, we're going to start by bombarding the enemy. I did also try to run Queek towards the enemy lord, but unfortunately he backed off right into the middle of his troops. How many troops will remain in short order? I'm not entirely sure. They're certainly going to take damage to our Plague Claw bombardment, and we'll see if this essentially kicks the anthill and forces them to try to move towards us rather than try to escape off field, or quote-unquote escape, as the AI will not actually be alive. They escape to their doom, and they know it's not. Poor AI. And, interesting. So in order to try to dodge the Plague Claws, we can see that the enemy units are actually backing off away from our catapults, but it's also backing them off further away from the rest of our army, so that means not being able to get engaged with them, which seems like kind of a dumb idea. Well, anyway, the enemy does have some ranged units that it is making use of now. They are hitting our poor Skaven slaves who are out front, but they are going to get stopped quickly by the summoning of some menace below clan rats. We also look like we have some... Orc Boar Boy Biggins, who are going to charge directly at our main line. We are going to try to counter that charge with our chieftains, as well as Queek, who is moving in, but it's going to take him a little bit of time. And oh, why are you guys all the way back there? They just told everybody else to charge while they stayed back, just in case. And here come the chieftains. I'm sure they'll be able to knock out a few of these boar boys fairly quickly, especially with the support of the anti-large clan rats. It also does look like more of the enemy army is moving towards us, or at least 2/3 of it maybe, while the other portion of it tries to still escape. Our clan rats and our Skaven slaves are taking a little bit of damage now, but once again, it's really the storm vermin that we care about, and they're really not all that engaged. Well, they're about to be. We've got some storm vermin, I think, on this side, dealing with some enemy savage orc biggins, but frankly, the enemy isn't doing so well. And any enemy units that aren't actually engaged with our main line are simply getting wrecked by the plague claws. And there we go. Nice little pseudo field battle, as in it isn't quite an ambush battle like we've had ambush battles recently, wherein we've just destroyed the enemy from range, and can actually get a little bit of melee action in, which I'm sure Queek appreciates. And there we go, our chieftains are now countering those trolls, making them look very, very small by comparison to those bone breakers. Does it still count as a howdah on the bone breakers? It's like a one-man howdah. Very small. Well, either way, it's effective enough, and the balance of power is about 85% in our favor. Looks like a decent amount of the enemy units are routing, and yeah, this battle is going to be done extremely quick. In fact, I think the chain route is already there. Just a little bit of engagement with our melee, but at least they got to play. I certainly don't regret moving them forward. Granted, we could have just stayed all the way back and had our catapults do all the work while the enemy moved off the field and then died due to their march stance, but I feel like that wouldn't have been as fun. Ooh, gotta watch out for that, though. The plague claws will kill a lot more of your own troops than the enemies when the enemy is trying to run away, so we're just going to end the battle as quickly as we can to avoid the plague claw shots. Oh. In the middle of the plague, oh, these things are kind of like they're kind of like sensors, aren't they? Yeah, you can see the holes where all the goo comes out of. Neat. I hadn't realized that. Well, either way, nice little decisive victory for Queek, and if we did take a little bit of damage, I'm sure we can heal up. Although, wait, can we get back to our own territory? Let's find out. Alrighty, the enemy army shattered with about half of their troops remaining, and we are going to heal up. Oh, we only got 8 food. I was thinking 10 to 20, but I guess, interesting. The army still gets destroyed, so it makes no difference. Well, actually it does make a difference, because if they didn't get destroyed, we might have been able to chase them and thus gotten a little bit more food. But oh well. Now we have to try to get Skarsnik. The question is, what will he do? I have a feeling he's going to ignore Black Crag. He is going to jump instead, either to Carrick-Drawn, or to Iron Rock, or to Black Iron Mine. Maybe we actually temporarily send Mutant 2 after him, because Queek might not be able to reach him. Queek would like to go after Crookback Mountain, but we are a little bit busy with other stuff right now, so I think we'll just put him into ambush, just so that the enemy doesn't know we're here. And, oh wait, if we put him into march stance, how far can he go? Oh, he can go back into our own territory to heal. Yeah, fine. We have to find Skarsnik, and I guess we have to get Scalpite and Ronan into Queek's army. Also, just to double check, how many vicious Cornate units are we able to recruit at this stage? So we got 26 allegiance. Damn, we need way more. I'd like to get at least 2 knights at the same time, so 18? Damn. 18 per. Okay, well, it's gonna be a while to get 36 allegiance. Hopefully we can get some quests with the exiles, damn it. Really could use those. I mean, I guess we could temporarily get some Mournfangs from you, if we really wanted to. I've been thinking about betraying these guys for quite a while, since they have all these black corn swamps that they're, well, they're completely wasting right now. But we could temporarily get Mournfangs. Either way, they'd go into Queek's army until they get replaced by Cornate Cav. Alright, fine. Maybe that's the way we'll do it. Queek could use those temporarily. Maybe we won't betray these guys. Maybe we'll keep them around. I don't know. We have, I'm sure Clan Molder would appreciate all the ogres to feed into their experiments. And I'm sure that, I don't know, ogres could be used to pull things and stuff for Skryre. I'm sure all the Skaven clans could find uses. Anyway, with that, unfortunately, we are once more out of time, and I'm going to have to call the episode here. Next time, we will begin by having Corporal attack Carrick Zorn and destroy the capital of the Ironbrows expedition. We'll probably get a decent amount for sacking it as well. And then we'll start moving up here, but we'll also probably be ending the turn and thus getting some other fights like around Carrick Vlag, where Bokbok the Lethal may be losing his army to a pile of orcs, and then probably, or possibly at least, Garth getting attacked here. And then there's the Talaqua territories, where Shaif might get attacked by a Maratak, although somehow I doubt it. It seems like his army is too weak, and even in March stance he wouldn't dare to try. So if he doesn't, we'll sail to Zlatlan ourselves, maybe stopping by that Skull Reef, and then kill him there. So stay tuned for more Ikit and such. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. Oh, and next turn, I guess we will get either Snitch or Tretch. We will see, so find out next time which it will be. Don't forget to leave a like and comment. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.